ceremony. At this time, we ask that you please rise for the presentation of the colors by the SVHS, NJROTC, and the national anthem sung by choir members Ainsley Englefield and Kaylin Kiker. The national anthem will be followed by a pass and review of our Navy Junior ROTC unit.
I can make this guy like a Minecraft. I make him go get the ball. And that's what he could be if he reincarnated.
They're gonna come here and ask us. They're gonna ask us to go. Chat their car.
I'm talking about it.
What? Now, what animal would he be? What is that supposed to mean?
He's actually really tall.
You're not the queen of goddamning.
She's dead. That's just bullshit. That is super offensive. Okay, queen. Let's dance. You want to go?
His bag was
You all Serbian now?
I'm gonna turn that light here.
And let down my hair. No.
She's gonna
You walk behind the chains.
First of all, this is not a win. You will claim it. Leave it. You know why? I don't know why, but I think the feeling that you're wearing
rip the beanie off, dude.
that was not it.
I'll pay you $5 to rip this beanie off right now. I'm not doing it. Maybe some 40-long tail smacking. Really?
I'm not doing a clown. Clown's here.
He knows yoga.
He's not a ballerina. He looks. Yeah. No, you can't.
Don't even do
You
that.
can't even go down.
To all the students, faculty, friends, and most importantly, courageous veterans, good morning. My name is Kendall Young, and I am the Student Council President here at Smithson Valley High School. First and foremost, I would like to thank everyone for attending our Veterans Day ceremony today, as your presence is extremely valued. To our veterans, your bravery and valor is the reason why we are standing here today. And to say that we are simply grateful is a tremendous understatement when you and so many other men and women have fought with lives on the line. Today, not only do we recognize veterans, but we reflect on the sacrifices and commitment of these individuals who have defended our freedoms and protected our way of life, both past and present. As you listen throughout the ceremony, I encourage each of you to think about the hardships and the dedication to the nation that these brave men and women have for their country. And above all else, let us come together in appreciation and respect, ensuring that legacies that have been left behind live in our hearts and in our actions. We are so grateful to dedicate this day to our veterans, and we honor you to the highest degree. Without our veterans, our freedom would not prevail, and that is why from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you for your heroism and acts of service for our nation. Thank you. I would now like to introduce our principal, Dr. Stacia Snyder.
What are you thinking?
I'm thankful for my life. I'm thankful for my husband. I'm thankful for
You did, man. What are you thinking for, Claudio?
Good morning.
You heard this?
Before I give my opening remarks, Smithson Valley Rangers, I would just like to remind you, we are not here for a pep rally. We are not here for a football game. Please show the respect that these men and women deserve today. Show them that you are the best high school in the state of Texas. When Veterans Day began, it was originally called Armistice Day. It was designed to honor and celebrate the peace brought about by the end of World War I. In the 1950s, it became Veterans Day, a day where we stop to honor those who have served our country. For where would we be without the peace and liberty of our nation were it not for the men and women who have served faithfully? Today we continue in this tradition, recognizing and honoring those who have dedicated their service to our great nation. Each of our veterans hold their own lived experience of what it means to serve this country. We would also like to recognize our veteran families this morning for the support and love felt from home provides our veterans with the courage and strength to give of themselves. Abraham Lincoln charged us with this statement. He said, "Honor the soldier and the sailor everywhere who bravely bear our country's cause." As we honor veterans today, let us remember that November 11th is the day we set aside for special ceremonies to honor our soldiers and sailors. For our freedoms and opportunities are experienced every day because of their sacrifice. Let us honor and value our veterans not only on November 11th, but let us revere them every day. If you are here today as a veteran representing the Smithson Valley community, you are our most honored guest this morning. Because of your selflessness, we honor you. Because of your commitment to our nation, we honor you. Because you live a creed that does not accept defeat, we honor you. Because you have no comrade left behind, we honor you. Because of all you sacrifice, we honor you. We are grateful for your service to our nation. We welcome you today, and we are honored by your presence at Smithson Valley.
Thank you, Dr. Snyder. And now, please enjoy this lyrical dance to a soldier's memoir brought to you by our Silver Spurs dance team.
Thank you, Silver Spurs, for that incredible patriotic performance. It was beautiful. My name is Abby Smith, and I'm the treasurer for the Student Council here at Smithson Valley. As we continue to honor our veterans, I would like to share a poem by Joanna Fouch with you today. The Best on Earth, a Veterans Day tribute by Joanna Fouch. If someone has done a military service, they earn the title veteran. And more, they earn our deep respect and admiration. That they are special, no one can ignore. They sacrificed the comforts we enjoy. The list is long of all the things they gave. Our veterans are extraordinary people. They're loyal, dedicated, true, and brave. When terror and invasion were real threats, they showed us that they could handle any storm. We owe our freedoms and our very lives to our veterans who serve in uniform. Our veterans should be celebrated. They're exceptional. No other group compares. We're grateful for the many things they've done. They're always in our hearts and in our prayers. We owe our veterans support and friendship. Let no other question what they're worth. These men and women served us and our country. Our veterans, the very best on earth. At this time, we have a very special presentation by our NJROTC Armed Drill Team.
I'm actually part of the 1,000 my squad. So then I do
Let's give another round of applause for our troops. Thank you for that performance. We thank all of our veterans and their guests for coming. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce a special group here with us. Some of our Ranger teachers and staff have served or are currently serving in our armed forces, and we would like to recognize them at this time. I will now do a roll call of these special veterans and ask that you stand if you are here in the audience. Adrian Chappell, Navy, Petty Officer 2nd, 14 years. Sophia Bolton, Army, Specialist, 15 years. Ralph Westmoreland, Air Force, Lieutenant Colonel, 21 years. Taryn McGuire, Army, Captain, 5 years. Paige Small, Navy, Lieutenant Commander, 21 years. Jennifer Carrillo, Army, Specialist, 11 and a half years. Daniel Hansen, Navy, Chief Petty Officer, 20 years. Anthony Hankey, Army, Texas Army National Guard, 8 years. Lauren Boswell, Air Force, Senior Airman, 5 years. Miriam Tatum, Air Force, Technical Sergeant, 16 and a half years. David Thomas, Air Force, Master Sergeant, 21 years. Dr. Lively Briner, Army, First Lieutenant, 12 years. Jennifer Booth, Army, First Lieutenant, 4 years. Michael Bell, Air Force, Staff Sergeant, 9 years.
I'm more sarcastic than him every time.
At this time, we have the great honor of doing roll call for the veterans from our community that have joined us today. When your name is called, please rise so we can give you the recognition you deserve. Alejandro Torres, Army, Staff Sergeant. Stephen Freeman, Air Force, retired, Major. Jay Georgie, Army, retired, Corporal. James Barnes, Army, Master Sergeant. Jet Burmer, Army, Specialist. Kelly Smith, U.S. Coast Guard, Lieutenant Commander. Travis Smith, U.S. Coast Guard, Lieutenant Commander. Sam Plake, Army, Specialist. Luis Beam, Army, Sergeant. Marcus Bro, Air Force, Staff Sergeant. Natalie Bro, Air Force, Senior Airman. Rich Ballstad, Air Force, Captain. Eric Rent, Air Force, Sergeant. Scott Thomas, Air Force, Captain.
Lee Felbam, Army Specialist. Adrian Walters, Marines, Staff Sergeant. Steve Wilson, Coast Guard, Chief Warrant Officer. Cheryl Magnan, Army Major. Eric Magnan, U.S. Marine Corps, Master Sergeant. Moises Fernandez, U.S. Air Force, Master Sergeant. William Crawford, Army, First Sergeant. Jose Garcia, Senior, Army, Staff Sergeant. Jim Garcia, Marine and Army, Sergeant First Class. Ben Hickman, Army, Captain. Dale Douglas, Army, Lieutenant Colonel. Ron Evans, Navy, Captain.
Thomas Smith, Army, Specialist First Class. Rich Anderson, Air Force, Senior Airman. Rob Michael, Navy, Commander. Robert Rendon, Marine Corps, Sergeant. Brandon Foster, Air Force, Staff Sergeant. Nicole Foster, Air Force, Staff Sergeant. Brody Franklin, Air Force, Captain. Guillermo Tejada, Marine Corps, Gunnery Sergeant. Dennis Waters, Army, Lieutenant Colonel. Dave Martin, Army, Lieutenant Colonel. Ruben Estrada, Marines, Gunnery Sergeant. John Beach, Army and Air Force, Captain. Stacy Stellar Lugo, Army, Lieutenant Colonel. Jason Edwards, Army, Major. Alexander Sullivan, Army, Chief Warrant Officer.
Jason Seibel, Air Force, Master Sergeant. Melissa October, Navy, Petty Officer. Royce October, Army, Master Sergeant.
If you are in attendance today and we failed to mention your name, please know that we do apologize and honor your service just as much as the others. When one serves in the armed forces, it is not just the individual who is affected by that service. Family members also have to sacrifice, often having to move, worry, and miss them when they are sent off to foreign lands. At this time, we will honor all of our military families. If a member of your family has served or is currently serving in the U.S. Armed Forces, please rise so we can recognize you. Please join us in giving all of these families a round of applause. At this time, the band will be performing the Armed Forces Salute. Grant Provezi, the Student Council Secretary, will be narrating during the performance.
Count off the cadence, loud and strong, for wherever we go, you will always know that the Army goes rolling along.
I don't care what
First to fight for right and freedom and to keep our honor clean, we are proud to claim the title of United States Marine. On 7 seas we learn Navy's stern call, faith, courage, service true, with honor over all. Souls of men dreaming of skies to conquer, gave us wings ever to soar. With scouts before and bombers galore, nothing will stop the U.S. Air Force. From Barrow's shore to Paraguay, Great Lakes or ocean's wave, the Coast Guard fought through storms and winds to punish or to save. Boldly reaching into space, there's no limit to our sky. Standing guard both night and day, we're the Space Force from on high.
My name is Chelsea Ott, and I am the student council president. Before welcoming our speaker, I would like to tell you a little bit about him. Major Jeremy Eubanks served as commander of Alamo Dust at the unit in support of Operation Spartan where he is oversaw road medical evacuations across the island. Major Eubanks graduated from Texas A&M University with a degree in mechanical engineering. After 9/11, he enlisted in the Texas Army National Guard in 2002 and later commissioned in 2003. He attended flight school in 2004 and graduated Mastery Army Eagle. He has completed 4 combat deployments supporting Operations Iraqi Freedom, Enduring Freedom, Spartan Shield, and Inherent Resolve, and has flown over 2,800 hours, including more than 800 combat hours. Throughout his career, he has also supported situations with wildfires, floods, and major hurricanes. Major Eubanks awards include the Bronze Star Medal, Meritorious Service Medal, Air Medal, Army Commendation Medal, and many others. He works as an IT director at USAA and lives in San Antonio with his wife and 4 kids. Please welcome our guest speaker, Major Jeremy Eubanks.
Students, faculty, fellow veterans, thank you for having me here today. It's an honor and it's a privilege to speak with you on Veterans Day. You know, today is the first day that I put this uniform on in about 2 years since retiring from the Texas Army National Guard following 21 years of service. And to my surprise, it still fits. So I'll chalk that up as a win. It's truly wonderful that the P.O.W ISD and Smithson Valley High School put an event like this together to really drive home the importance of Veterans Day and what it means. You know, sometimes folks can get Veterans Day and Memorial Day confused, which is understandable, especially if they don't have a personal connection to military service. But I think it's important to draw the distinction between them. Memorial Day is where we pause as a nation to honor the sacrifice of those who gave their lives in the line of duty while serving this great nation. We honor their memory by telling their stories and really truly reflecting on the cost of the freedoms that we enjoy as Americans. Veterans Day, on the other hand, is where we recognize all who have worn the uniform in service of our nation and show our heartfelt appreciation as we're doing here today in this gathering. Everyone who has worn the uniform, whether for 4 years or for 40, took an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. Additionally, all service members abide by the Code of Conduct, the first article of which states, "I am an American fighting in the forces which guard my country and our way of life, and I'm prepared to give my life in their defense." I'm going to give everybody a moment to just let that last part sink in. Just to give my life in their defense. Every person who has worn the uniform did so with the will to give their life, if necessary, in defense of our country and our way of life. That right there is truly something special. The number of actively serving members of the armed forces, to include active duty, reserves, and National Guard, make up less than 1% of the United States population. Veterans comprise about 5% of the U.S. population. That's a pretty special group of folks who made the choice to willingly put themselves in harm's way in order to protect something very dear to all of us, the freedoms that we enjoy as Americans. And just to bring this a little closer to home, I'd like to share my story. When I was young, I had aspirations of joining the military. I had watched a lot of movies about the Vietnam War. My father, my uncle had both served in the Vietnam War. I would spend my spare money at the Army surplus store buying whatever military paraphernalia I could get my hands on, field jackets, patches, military rank and insignia. I thought it was all just very, very cool. My friends and I would sometimes put on our camouflage fatigues and chase each other through the woods with our toy guns. It was a different time. We didn't have cell phones. That's what kids did. A little bit later, when I was about 11 years old, there was a movie that came out that many of you may have heard of, Top Gun. And like many young people, I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. Man, that must be awesome to fly a jet. When I was in 7th grade, I got my first personal computer, no internet. It was a Commodore 64. Anybody remember those? Hey, I got one hand. Awesome. Yeah, Commodore 64. Anyhow, I saved up my money and I bought this game called F-15 Strike Eagle. And by today's standards, the graphics were horrendous. They were terrible. But it was pretty cool back then. And I would just spend hours flying these simulated missions, imagining what it would be like to fly a real jet. At one point, I even went to talk to my school counselor about what it would take to get into one of the service academies. Turns out it's pretty hard. It's pretty darn competitive. Later, I got into skateboarding. I was in our marching band at school. I had other interests, and my thoughts about joining the military just kind of faded to the background. Something I really didn't think about a whole lot. My focus became on how I was going to get into college, and more importantly, how I was going to pay for that. And I had remembered reading books about Vietnam-era helicopter pilots, and the Army had this thing called warrant officers. And I thought, okay, that's pretty neat. It's a way that you can actually become a helicopter pilot in the Army, and you don't have to have a degree. You don't have to be, have the same rank as a fully commissioned officer would have. And I thought, you know, if college doesn't work out for me, I will enlist in the Army, and I'll apply for the warrant officer program as soon as I'm able to. That sounds pretty cool to me. But I started to really get focused. I applied for scholarships. I was very fortunate, extremely fortunate, to receive a scholarship from the Terry Foundation to go to school at Texas A&M. They chose to invest in me, and I felt that I owed it to them to make good on their investment. So I worked very hard throughout college. I did well. I graduated with my degree in engineering, and then I went on to establish my civilian career. And let's fast forward now to September 11th, 2001. All the grown-ups here in attendance can remember exactly where they were on 9/11, and they remember every detail of that day, and I'm no different. Knowing that my father and my uncle had served during the Vietnam War, there was no doubt in my mind at the end of that day that I knew it was my turn to serve. I didn't know what was going to come next, but I knew that I wanted to be a part of whatever was to come. So after researching my options, talking to recruiters, I made the decision to enlist in the Texas Army National Guard in 2002. Later went on to Officer Candidate School and eventually was selected to attend Initial Entry Rotary Wing Flight School in Fort Rucker, Alabama. Through it all, my spouse was completely supportive, and my wife, Wendy, has been my steadfast partner every step of the way. Serving in the military is a team sport, y'all. It takes family members, it takes everybody. It's a big commitment. I would go on to serve 21 years as a medical service corps officer and a UH-60 Black Hawk pilot. Spent several deployments overseas. And most of that time was spent with medevac units flying the dust-off mission. A medevac is a no-fail mission. We absolutely have to be there for those that we serve, often in their darkest hour. And during my time in the military, I had the privilege of serving with some true patriots and just some amazing human beings who always, without hesitation, put the welfare of others before their own. Folks like Sergeant First Class Thomas Smith here, who I had the privilege of serving with during my last deployment. He was one of our flight paramedics performing the medevac mission. But as I mentioned, serving in the military, it's a team sport. No soldier, airman, sailor, marine, guardian, or mariner can devote the time and energy required to accomplish their mission without the love and support of their family members. While our military service members are away from home, spouses are holding down the fort single-handedly, children are often taking on additional responsibilities, I suspect many of you can relate. And it's not just our immediate families, it's our extended families as well. I know from personal experience just how important that extended family network was in supporting my spouse and my children during those lengthy deployments. Stress levels can be high, and while communication channels have improved dramatically over the years, the families still have to deal with the anxiety of not knowing where their loved ones are, whether or not they're safe, especially during high operational tempo combat operations. And there's another aspect of Veterans Day that I'd like to acknowledge as well and talk about, and that's separating from military service. It can be a very difficult time for veterans as they adjust to life in the civilian world without the structure and the strong sense of camaraderie and esprit de corps that come from being part of a military unit. Veterans are forever changed by their service to this nation, and they always carry with them a deep sense of patriotism, loyalty, discipline, teamwork, leadership, and a desire to be part of something bigger than themselves, where they have the opportunity to continue to serve others. So when you meet a veteran, you know a little bit more about their characteristics and what they bring to the table and the many roles that they play across their lives. I'd like to give a round of applause for all of the veterans that are in attendance today. You know, it's funny how things come back around sometimes, isn't it? As a kid, I thought an awful lot about serving in the military, and then in high school and college, not so much. All it took was one event to bring all of that right back to the forefront, and it changed the destiny for myself and for my family in a very good way. I had the honor and the privilege of serving in the military, and I'm proud to call myself a veteran, and I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to be there for our nation in its time of need, along with all the other veterans here in attendance. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak with you today. I think it's awesome that you guys celebrate Veterans Day in this way, and I hope that you continue to do so. I wish you all continued success in your future endeavors. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Major Eubanks, for that inspiring message. We thank you for your service. At this time, we would like everyone to join us for a moment of silence. That will then be followed by our P.O.W. M.I.A. ceremony conducted by Cadet Lieutenant Commander Zoe Rushing. This ceremony will be followed by the playing of taps by band member Salmia Lawson. Please remain silent and respectful throughout these events.
Those who have served and are currently serving in the United States are ever mindful of the sweetness and enduring peace that has always been tainted by the bitterness of personal sacrifice. We will pause and recognize our POWs and MIAs. We call your attention to this small table, symbolizing the fact that members of our armed forces are missing from our ranks. They were referred to as POWs and MIAs. We call them comrades. They are unable to be with their loved ones and families today, so we join together and pay our humble tribute to them and bear witness to their continued absence. This table, set for one, is small, symbolizing the fertility of one prisoner alone against their captors. The tablecloth is white, symbolizing the purity of their intentions to respond to their country's call. The single rose is red. It signifies the blood of many shed in sacrifice to ensure the freedom of our beloved United States of America. A slice of lemon on the plate reminds us of their bitter fate. The salt sprinkled on the plate reminds us of the countless volunteers of families as they wait. The glass is inverted. They cannot toast with us today. The chair is empty. They are not here today. The candle represents the light of hope, which lives in our hearts to illuminate their way home. Let us pray to the Supreme Commander that all of our comrades will soon be back within our ranks. Let us remember and never forget their sacrifice. May God forever watch over them, protect them and their families.
Hello, my name is Katie Freeman, and I am a member of SVHS Theater. To further honor our veterans today, I'd like to read this poem by Kathy Booth. Our veterans are heroes of days long ago, where they served their country, fighting our foe, protecting our freedom and our liberty too, while serving under the red, white, and blue. They very humbly march in parades, not looking for recognition or for anyone's praise. They deserve all this and so much more, but instead people seem of them to ignore. So the next time you see our veterans pass you by, stand up and salute them and wave your flag up high. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Milo Corona. I am the Vice President of the Smithson Valley Student Council. As our ceremony concludes today, I want to express our community's deepest gratitude to all the veterans and active duty service members with us today. Thank you for your service, your courage, and your sacrifices. These are the cornerstones of heroism. They are not just words, but they are actions that serve as a constant reminder of the incredible values and selfless commitment upheld by all those who wear the uniform. You and your families have given so much to protect the freedoms of our country. We won't ever forget those that have served, are the bravest men and women in our country. They are heroes. Our community would not be where it is today if we did not have those same brave individuals to protect us. It is not only an honor to speak on the behalf of my school, but also to appreciate the service of those who have served or are serving. So on the behalf of the Smithson Valley community, thank you to the service members that are present here today. This concludes our assembly today. At this time, students who report to your fourth period or a lunch. There is no advisory today.